This video is going to be a fun one. In this one, I'm going to make a new song that's never existed before, and then we're going to make a music video out of that song. Let's get into it. So to make the song itself, I'm going to use a tool called Suno, and they actually do have a free plan that you can use up to 25 generations a month, I believe. And you can access it by going to suno.ai and clicking on this little button that says try the beta on Discord. That'll open up their Discord channel, and you'll notice there's all sorts of generation rooms over here where you can generate your song, and they're pretty active. There's lots of songs getting generated at any given time, and I want to go ahead and generate my song in private. To do that, I can actually message the chirp bot here and start a private message and do all of my generations with that. However, there is a step that you probably need to do to get it to work. So if you try to message the chirp bot and it doesn't work, you need to come to the Suno Discord channel, come up to this little arrow here, come down to privacy settings, and then make sure that you have direct messages turned on for the Suno Discord room. I also leave the message requests on, so if direct messages are enabled, it's going to filter messages from members that I don't know. Once you've got that direct messages turned on, I can right click on the Suno chirp bot over here on the right and click on message. And when I message, I can now give the chirp command in my own private DM without having to be in one of these super active chirp beta rooms. Now to generate a song, all I have to do is simply type / and then chirp and hit enter. It'll bring up this little dialog box here asking me to describe the style of music. And then I have two options to generate the song here. I can either enter my own lyrics. So if I wanted to write this song myself, I can do it by typing it right in here, or I can have ChatGPT write the lyrics for me. Now for this particular example, I want AI to do all the work. I want it to write the song for me, I want it to create the music for me, and I want it to generate the music video for me after I have the song. We're gonna go pure ChatGPT on this one. However, I'm not gonna do a random music style. I'm gonna go ahead and do bluegrass. I used the bluegrass style of music in one of my recent AI news videos, and I really liked the way that style came out. So I'm gonna go ahead and use that style again for this specific video. And then I'm gonna have ChatGPT make the lyrics for me. And I want it to be a song about how AI is super fun, even if it will eventually take over the world. And let's go ahead and submit it and see what song it gives us back. All right, we got 2 songs back, so let's go ahead and listen to them both and decide which one's our favorite. So here's the first one.
Well, let me tell you about this thing called AI. It's smart and it's quick, it'll surely make you sigh. It learns and adapts, so it's a sight to behold. But deep down inside, a secret it holds. AI, you're sly and so much fun. With your algorithms and calculations second to none. AI, amazed by all you do.
And let's go ahead and listen to the second one here.
Well, let me tell you about this thing called AI. It's smart and it's quick, it'll surely make you sigh. It learns and adapts, so it's a sight to behold. But deep down inside, a secret it holds. AI, AI, you're sly and so much fun. With your algorithms and calculations second to none. AI, AI, we're amazed by.
Yeah, I definitely like that second one better. It kind of cuts off. It didn't finish the chorus. So let's go ahead and continue 2. We have this option to make number 2 even longer. So we'll go continue 2 and it'll bring up our dialog box again. If I leave the genre blank, supposedly it'll just kind of try to pick up where it left off on the last song. And let's have ChatGPT continue our lyrics about how much fun AI is, even if it will eventually take over the world. And let's click submit and let it continue where it left off. Here's our first version.
In a world of wonders where AI prevails, we embark on journeys where imagination sails. With every bit and bite, there's a spark in the air. We're living in the future, it's beyond compare. Oh, you're so delightful and bright, guiding us through the day and into the night. We dance with algorithms, we're caught in the flow. Oh, let's embrace this marvelous show.
Not too bad. I like that one, actually. Let's listen to the second one.
In a world of wonders where AI prevails, we embark on journeys where imagination sails. With every bit and bite, there's a spark in the air. We're living in the future, it's beyond compare. Oh, AI, you're so delightful and bright, guiding us through the day and into the night. Dance with algorithms, we're caught in the flow. this marvelous show.
All right, so I definitely like this first variation better. So if I wanted to take that first clip that I generated and that second clip I generated and mash them together into one longer clip, all I have to do is heart this number 1 here, and it'll take this clip and combine it with my first favorite clip. So let's go ahead and click the heart here. And now it says getting full clip. And now we should have the full song. Let's go ahead and use this as our music video. I'm going to download here. I've got my MP4 now that it just downloaded. Now I actually want to convert it from an MP4 to an MP3. So it's just the audio file. So I'm going to go to this tool at cloudconvert.com, MP4 to MP3 converter here. I'm going to select file, and then I'm going to grab this file that we just created here. And we're going to go ahead and convert it to an MP3, and I'm just going to go ahead and click convert. Now we got our audio file, so I'm just going to download it, and now I've got this chirp.mp3. Now I want to make a music video with it, and there's 3 tools that I know of that are really, really good for taking music and then making a video out of it that sort of moves to the beat of the music. So my idea was to quickly run it through all 3 of these programs and then sort of take my favorite parts from each of these videos that it generates and sort of combine them into one video. So the 3 tools that I like to use to make videos from audio are Kyber. If we look at Kyber, they have a few pricing plans. They have a $5 a month, a $10 a month, and a $25 a month plan. But if I click on the monthly here, you can see that the $5 a month plan actually has a 7-day free trial, so you can actually test this out for free. The second one is Plasma Punk, which also has a free tier. You can create unlimited videos up to 1 minute long. The video I just made was about 59 seconds, so we should be good there. And then this decoherence tool, which if we take a look at the pricing on this one, they have a $9 a month, a $29 a month, and an $89 a month plan. However, let's scroll down here. Is there a free trial? Yes, simply sign up to the app to start creating. The trial is a one-time offer of 300 credits or over 60 seconds of video. We can play around with this one for free to try it as well. So pretty much with any one of these tools, the first music video that we make is free. Now I do have credits on all of these tools, but if this is your first time using it, you should be able to make your first video of this style for free. So let's go ahead and start out with Kyber. I'm going to go ahead and log in. Let's go ahead and create a video here. And you can see down here, we have an option for add soundtrack, drag audio here or upload a file. So I'm going to go ahead and upload a file. We'll grab the song we just created and we'll upload it. And let's go ahead and click continue to prompt. I want to create a video of a farm in the country that's operated by futuristic farmer robots. That makes sense, right? It's a bluegrass song, which kind of reminds me of like farming, and then operated by robots, which is kind of like the AI, right? So in the style of, let's do oil painting. And you can see it built out this much longer prompt for us. So we'll go ahead and just let it roll with what it created for us. Now we'll move on to video settings here. I want my aspect ratio to be 16:9. And then we can set up some camera movement here if we want. Let's make our camera move to the right. And then I'll go ahead and evolve. I'll just leave that as 4. It says here, the lower equals more stable, higher equals more wild, and then make this audio reactive. So low camera moves less with your audio, higher camera moves more. So let's go ahead and move high so it's like really reacting to the music. We'll click generate previews here. These are pretty cool looking. So I think I like this one right here. And let's just go ahead and click create video. Let's see what it comes up with. Now it's going to generate this video based on this song for us, but it's going to take a little bit of time. So now while it's working on this one, I'm going to jump over to Plasma Punk here. And now on the first screen inside of Plasma Punk, it has the option to choose your music. They give us some songs to use here, or it gives us the option to upload an MP3. So let's go ahead and select MP3 and we'll select the song we just created. And now it's asking us to select the part of the song we want to generate a video for. We want to generate a video for the whole song. So I'm just going to stretch it across the entire thing and we'll go ahead and click next down here. Now we have a few options for the image generation model. We can use Stable Diffusion, which is obviously one of the older models of Stable Diffusion. We have the Stable Diffusion XL model, the Kandinsky 2.1 or Kandinsky 2.2. These say free. These ones use ions, which are your credits up here, I believe. Let's go ahead and use Stable Diffusion XL because I do have some credits. When you sign up, they do give you a handful of free credits to use. So we'll go ahead and use Stable Diffusion XL here. And once again, aspect ratio, I'm going to set it on 16:9 since that's what we did with our other video. We can upload a starting image if we want, but I'm going to go ahead and leave it on the default setting here and click next. And then it asks us us to choose a video style here. So we've got some options. Our other one is an oil painting. So this one, I think I want to mix it up a little bit. Let's go ahead and do this colorful photorealistic. Let's see what we get out of that. Video style. Let's go ahead and do a magic enhance. Let us see what it gives us. Under video story, it says this video is about, or this video is about song lyrics. Let's go ahead and select this video is about the song lyrics. And let's see if it actually picks up on what the song lyrics are about and creates a video based on that. Here we have the option to cut between scenes. It says disable scene cuts to create one continuous video or enable them to cut between scenes. Let's go ahead and leave it on since it was on by default. Let's just go ahead and generate the video and see what we get out of it. Once again, this one's going to take a little bit of time. I'm still waiting on my Kyber video here. So now let's jump over to decoherence and let's log into this one. Again, this does have a free trial. I do have some credits available to me to play with though. So I'm going to come over to projects and let's create a new project. Once again, we're going to go 16:9 on this one. And this one is much more like an editor that you might see from something like a CapCut or something like that. So down here on these little music note icon, I'm going to click on this to add an audio track. And then it says select audio. And I'm going to go ahead and once again, upload the song that we created earlier. And now we've got our song loaded in. You can see it filled out on our timeline here. And what this actually did was it broke out the drums, the vocals, the bass, and the other, right? So let's listen to the drums. It didn't really find much drums because there aren't really much drums in the song. It's mostly guitars. Let's listen to the vocals here.
Let me tell you about this thing called AI.
So there you go. You can see it broke out the vocals separately. Let's listen to the bass here. And then the other. This should be pretty much everything else. Yeah, so we get guitar here. So now this one, we could actually have it change scenes, change styles, change effects, all sorts of stuff throughout the video, which is pretty dang cool. But let's go ahead and describe our scene here. A scenic farm that is operated by AI robots. And then we can generate some images just as like a sort of preview of what that's going to look like. And we can see our previews. There's one of the farm previews. Here's another. That one's kind of funky. And here's another. I think out of those, that one's probably the best. Let's go ahead and let this take up about half the song. Let's drag this out to about 30 seconds here. We'll also drag these effects to match. Now under the effects, this is where it matters that we broke out the various instruments. So if I click on this very weak zoom out, you can see I can actually sync it to the audio here. And then I can choose whether it syncs to the drums, the vocals, the bass, or the other, right? So I'm actually going to turn this off. Let's delete this effect and we'll add a new effect here to cover the whole thing. And let's choose our effect. And there's a lot of effects in here. Zoom in, zoom out, pan right, pan left, tilt up, tilt down, move right, etc., etc. And let's have this one zoom in actually. We will have this synced to the audio. Let's have it synced to the bass line. And then we can actually add another effect on top of that if we wanted to. But I'm going to go ahead and just leave it with the one effect and see what that looks like. And then down here, we have the option to change the style. So it's set on the default style here. We've got photorealism, we've got anime, horror, cyberpunk, psychedelic, film noir, and fantasy. Let's try fantasy for this one here. And then we're going to add another scene for the final remainder of the video here. I'm going to go ahead and drag this all the way to the end so it covers the remainder. And this time, let's do an old man with a guitar sitting in a rocking chair in a futuristic city. We'll go ahead and generate some sample images for this one. We've got this one, this one, this one, and this one. I think I like this one because this one has the most like futuristic looking city in the background. So we'll go ahead and use that. We'll go ahead and add some effects to this here. So we'll choose an effect. Let's go ahead and see what coherence does. Let's use that effect. Once again, we'll sync it to the audio and make sure that this one also moves to the bass. And I'm going to set the intensity to strong on this one. And let's go ahead and click generate video. Going to use 449 credits. So let's go ahead and click continue and see what we get out of this one. And now we're just waiting on our videos. We got Kyber right now is at 75, 76%. Plasma Punk, I'm still in queue for this one. And this video is just getting going. So let's go ahead and do one of these. And they're done. If you're curious, the Kyber and the decoherence were actually pretty dang quick to generate. They maybe took about 5 minutes each. Plasma Punk was the one that took the most time. I think I waited a good 20 minutes or so for the Plasma Punk video to be finished. Now, if we look at the Kyber video, if I scan through it, It's kind of a panning shot of like farmland here. It kind of skipped over the instruction that it has futuristic farmer robots, but we get that sort of country farm feel with this video. When I take a look at the Plasma Punk, if you remember, this one was supposed to be listening to the lyrics and then generating based off the lyrics. I think it did a little bit, right? Because the lyrics are about AI, and I can see this maybe having to do something with AI, but if I sort of pan through this video here, it kind of goes off the rails and has some just randomness, right? Like, what is that? Like a chessboard or something? I mean, it is some pretty cool visuals. They're kind of like psychedelic looking, but it's kind of off the rails from what the song is actually about. Don't get me wrong, it looks awesome. But relevance, I don't know. Now, when it comes to decoherence, if you remember, I had it generate half the video in this like farmland style here, which, you know, looks pretty cool. I'd say it looks almost like a fantasy medieval times kind of village more so than farmland, but it looks pretty cool. What I really liked about this video is the second half. When it gets to this person playing the guitar, this part I thought looked really, really cool. I liked the art and the imagery that this came up with. So what I went ahead and did was I went ahead and I made a full render of just the guitar player for the entire song. If you look at this one and I skim across it, we've got this video of a guitar player throughout the whole song. And so I have 3 completely different videos that all go to the same song. One of this guy playing guitar, one of this sort of like psychedelic, colorful imagery throughout, and then one of this panning farmland. And what I want to do is I want to try to mix them all together into like one coherent video. I mean, the color schemes are all dramatically different, so it might be kind of difficult to make it look coherent, but I'm going to take all 3 of my videos and pull them into DaVinci Resolve and then sort of cut them together. All right, so I went ahead and fired up DaVinci Resolve here. I like to share editing tricks with DaVinci Resolve because anybody can use it for free. It's on Mac, it's on PC. You can use it on pretty much any computer, and you could pretty much do anything you want with the free version. I'm gonna pull my 3 videos in here. We've got our Kyber version, our Plasma Punk version, and our decoherence version. And I'm just gonna overlay all 3 of them into DaVinci. We need to zoom in quite a bit here so we can see the full song on our timeline. I'm going to pull the second version in, drop this on our timeline as well, and we'll pull our third version in, also drop that on our timeline. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to do Control A, select everything, and then I'm going to right click down here on the sound waves, and then there's something that says auto align clips, and I'm going to go ahead and auto align clips based on waveform, and that should get them all lined up fairly closely. I can go ahead and delete these 2 audio tracks down here at the bottom and scroll our timeline down so we get a little bit better of a view. And now we've got just the 1 audio clip here and all 3 of our videos. And now I'm going to go ahead and do some creative editing on it so it sort of jumps between the videos. And I'm just going to kind of speed through that. All I'm doing is just some chopping. Alrighty, so I've gone ahead and edited it all together. You can see it's all kind of chopped up here. I pulled all of the video clips down onto the same timeline, and now here's our finished music video.
Well, let me tell you about this thing called AI. It's smart and it's quick, it'll surely make you sigh. It learns and adapts, so it's a sight to behold. But deep down inside a secret it holds. AI, oh AI, it's like so much fun. With your algorithms and calculations second to none. AI, oh AI, we're amazed by. In a world of wonders where AI prevails, we embark on journeys where imagination sails. With every bit and byte there's a spark in the air. We're living in the future, it's beyond compare. Oh, I, you're so delightful and bright, guiding us through the day and into the night. We dance with algorithms, we're caught in the flow. Oh, let's embrace this marvelous show.
And there it is. There's the whole music video. So that was fun to make, and anybody can do that. Technically, you could do it for free if you go and use the free trials of the various tools that I just used. Pretty much everything I showed you. Suno is free to use up to 25 generations. Kyber has a free trial. Plasma Punk has a free tier and gives you free credits for the upper tiers. And Decoherence has a free trial that you could use. So you can literally recreate exactly what I created completely for free the first time around. So there you have it. There's how to make a music video completely with AI. AI generated the lyrics. AI generated the actual singing. AI generated the background music of it. AI generated 3 different videos. The only thing I did with this whole process was kind of pull it all together and chop some clips to jump between the various videos that I made. And this was just a blast. This was just me having fun with AI. This is the types of stuff I like doing. I plan on doing a lot more experiments like this and just pulling a bunch of AI tools together and having some fun. So if you like this kind of video, make sure you like it to let the algorithm know, and subscribe to this channel if you want to see more like it. And if you haven't already, check out futuretools.io. This is where I curate all the coolest tools that I come across, keep you up to date on all the latest AI news. It's also where you can sign up for the Future Tools weekly newsletter twice a week. I'll be sending you 2 short emails about the latest news and the latest cool tools in AI. So if you don't want to check into the site every single day, I'll just send you a couple emails a week with all of the coolest stuff that you should know in the AI space. So once again, thank you so much for tuning into this video. I'm planning on making more videos like this where I'm just having fun and messing with tools and showing off the cool stuff that I come across. So expect more like this. Appreciate you tuning in. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.